According to the U.S. Department of Education, there are currently over 4,700 degree-granting institutions of higher education in the United States. In this video, we'll discuss the differences between 2-year and 4-year institutions, as well as public versus private, and we'll examine the Carnegie Classification system and the framework it uses to classify colleges and universities. The first classification we will look at is also the most common: public versus private. In the United States, most public universities are funded and operated by state government entities and partially supported by public means. These institutions are often referred to as state universities. Many U.S. public universities had their beginnings as teachers' training institutions or teachers' colleges before they expanded to comprehensive state universities. Private institutions operate as nonprofit educational and research organizations, and with exception to tax breaks, grants, and student loans, do not receive fiscal support from the government. Their operating costs are generated through tuition, grants, and donations from alumni and benefactors. These types of institutions make up some of the most selective colleges and universities in the United States. Another way that is commonly used to classify colleges and universities in the United States is by placing them into categories of being either a 2-year or a 4-year institution. 2-year institutions include community colleges, city colleges, junior colleges, and technical colleges. They provide a lower-level tertiary education that grants certificates, diplomas, and associate degrees to students. The vast majority of these types of institutions fall under the category of the public institution. 4-year institutions are made up of both public and private colleges and universities, where at least half of all the degrees granted are a baccalaureate. Many 4-year institutions offer advanced graduate and professional degrees as well. Now let's look at the Carnegie Classification system and how it classifies institutions of higher education in the United States. The Carnegie Classification system was created by the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching in 1973. This framework was devised as a way of identifying groups of roughly comparable institutions. It includes all accredited degree-granting institutions found in the National Center for Educational Statistics Integrated Post-Secondary Education Data System, or IPEDS for short. The Carnegie Classification system breaks colleges and universities into 6 categories: doctorate granting, master's college and universities, baccalaureate colleges, associate colleges, specialized institutions, and tribal colleges and universities. Doctorate granting institutions are broken up into 2 groups: extensive and intensive. Doctorate research universities classified as extensive are institutions that typically offer a wide range of baccalaureate programs, and they are committed to graduate education through doctoral programs. They award at least 50 doctoral degrees per year across a minimum of 15 disciplines. Doctoral research universities that are classified as intensive also offer a wide range of baccalaureate degrees and are committed to graduate education through the doctorate level as well. They typically award an average of 10 doctoral degrees per year across 3 or more disciplines. The next Carnegie category is master's colleges and universities. These types of institutions are broken into 2 categories: Type 1 and Type 2. Both of these categories offer a wide range of baccalaureate degrees to students. The main differences between them is that institutions designated as Type 1 award 40 or more master's degrees per year over 3 or more disciplines, and those designated as Type 2 award 20 or more master's degrees. Baccalaureate colleges are broken into 3 categories: liberal arts, general, and baccalaureate associates colleges. The main focus of these types of institutions is on undergraduate degrees. The difference between liberal arts and general is that at least half of the degrees awarded from a liberal arts college are in the liberal arts field, whereas less than half of the undergraduate degrees awarded to schools in the general category are liberal arts related. Baccalaureate associate colleges are institutions that offer both associate and baccalaureate degrees. Baccalaureate degrees at these institutions account for at least 10%, but less than half of all undergraduate degrees awarded. The Carnegie Classification of specialized institutions refers to schools that grant the majority of their undergraduate and graduate degrees in a single field. They include institutions such as medical and law schools, as well as theological seminaries and military institutions. The last Carnegie Classification we will cover is tribal colleges and universities. These types of colleges are typically tribally controlled and located on reservations. All schools in this category are members of the American Indian Higher Education Consortium, which was created in 1972 to represent the interests of tribal colleges and federally chartered institutions. In this video, we discuss the differences between public and private institutions, as well as 2-year and 4-year institutions. We examine the Carnegie Classification system and how it classifies institutions of higher education in the United States.